Hey everyone, it's Tony from Retirees Benefits here. If you're getting Social Security benefits, I need you to stop what you're doing and pay attention because millions of Americans are about to receive extra money in their checks. But there's a catch. And this catch could mean the difference between getting hundreds or even thousands of dollars extra this year or getting nothing at all. Now I know what you're thinking. Here we go. Another clickbait video. But I promise you, this is real. This is happening right now. And I spent hours reading through the official Social Security Administration reports so you don't have to. Because, let's be honest, those documents are confusing. They're filled with jargon and they don't make it easy for regular people like us to understand what we're entitled to. So, grab a cup of coffee, maybe a pen and paper, and let's break this down together in plain English. Here's what we're covering today. First, I'm going to explain exactly what this extra payment is and why it's happening. Then we'll talk about who qualifies and, more importantly, who doesn't. I'll walk you through the critical date you needed to have filed by and what happens if you missed it. But here's the thing. Even if you missed this particular deadline, I've got some good news for you too, so don't click away. We're also going to talk about what you can do right now to make sure you're getting every single dollar you're entitled to. And look, I get it. Money is tight right now. Inflation has hit all of us hard. Groceries cost more. Rent keeps going up. And if you're living on a fixed income, every single dollar matters. That's why I'm here to help you navigate this system and get what's rightfully yours. So, here's the deal. The Social Security Administration recently announced that certain beneficiaries are eligible for retroactive payments, essentially back pay going back several months or even years in some cases. This is happening because of adjustments related to cost of living adjustments, or COLAs, that some people didn't receive correctly. There were also processing errors, delayed applications, and recalculations based on updated earnings records. Now, the key thing you need to understand is this. To qualify for these retroactive payments, you needed to have filed your application before a specific cutoff date. For most people, that date was December 31st of last year. If you filed before that date and your application was approved, you're in the system and the SSA is now going back to make sure you got everything you were supposed to get. Here's where it gets interesting and frustrating. The Social Security Administration doesn't exactly advertise when they owe you money. They're not going to call you up and say, "Hey, we made a mistake, here's an extra $2,000. Instead, they're quietly processing these payments. Many people don't even realize they're getting extra money until it shows up in their bank account. So who exactly is getting these payments? Let me break this down by group because this affects different people in different ways. Retirees. If you retired and started claiming benefits before December 31st of last year and there were any errors in your initial calculation, maybe they didn't count some of your earning years correctly, or maybe they applied the COLA adjustment wrong, you could be getting a retroactive payment. I'm talking about regular folks who worked their whole lives, paid into the system, and deserve every penny they're owed. Disabled Americans. If you're receiving Social Security Disability Insurance, or SSDI, this is especially important for you. Disability applications can take months or even years to process. And when they finally approve you, they owe you back pay from the date you became disabled, not the date they approved you. If you applied before last December and just got approved, or if there were errors in your payment calculation, you're likely seeing extra money. Surviving spouses and children. If you lost a spouse or parent and you're receiving survivor benefits, these recalculations apply to you too. The system often makes mistakes with survivor benefits because the calculations are complex and they have to factor in the deceased person's earning history. Veterans. Now, if you're a veteran receiving Social Security in addition to VA benefits, pay close attention. Sometimes there are coordination issues between the two systems and you might be owed back pay from Social Security that was held up because of VA payment processing. Moms and caregivers, if you took time off work to raise kids or care for family members and you applied for benefits before the deadline, make sure your benefit calculation included those caregiving years correctly. The system is supposed to drop your lowest earning years from the calculation, and sometimes they don't do this right. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room. What if you didn't file before December 31st? What if you're reading this and thinking, "Now, well, I missed it, so I guess I'm out of luck"? So here's the truth, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it. If you haven't applied for Social Security benefits yet, you're not eligible for these specific retroactive payments. The December deadline was firm and the SSA isn't making exceptions. But, and this is important, that doesn't mean you shouldn't file as soon as possible because every month you delay, you're potentially leaving money on the table. Social Security benefits are calculated monthly. And in most cases, you can only get retroactive payments for up to 6 months before your application date. So if you're eligible and you haven't filed yet, do it today. Not tomorrow, not next week, today. And if you did file before December but you haven't seen any extra payment yet, don't panic. The SSA is processing these payments in waves, and it might take a few more weeks or even months to reach you. They're working through millions of cases. Okay, I promised you some good news, and here it is. Even if you missed this particular deadline, there are still ways to make sure you're getting the maximum benefit you're entitled to. First, you can request a benefit verification letter from the SSA. This shows exactly how they calculated your benefit. Go to SSA.gov, log into your My Social Security account, and you can request this online. When you get it, look it over carefully. Check that all your earnings years are included, that they used your highest 35 years of earnings, and that they applied the COLA correctly. Second, if you spot an error, you can file an appeal or request a reconsideration. I know. Dealing with government bureaucracy is about as fun as a root canal. But if they made a mistake, you could be missing out on hundreds of dollars every single month for the rest of your life. That adds up. Third, there's another COLA increase coming this year. Beneficiaries are looking at a cost of living adjustment that will help offset some of the rising costs we're all dealing with. Fourth, if you're married or divorced, make sure you know about spousal benefits. You might be entitled to benefits based on your spouse's or ex-spouse's work record, and these can sometimes be higher than your own benefit. A lot of people, especially women who took time off work to raise families, don't realize they qualify for this. All right, let's talk action steps. Here's exactly what you should do after watching this video. Step 1, check your bank account and your My Social Security account online. If you filed before December 31st, look for any deposits you weren't expecting. The SSA usually lists these as supplemental payments or retroactive payments. Step 2, if you haven't filed yet but you're eligible for Social Security, go to SSA.gov right now and start your application. You can do it entirely online, or you can call to make an appointment at your local office. Step 3, request your benefit verification letter and actually read it. I know it's boring, but this is your money we're talking about. Make sure the numbers look right. Step 4, if something looks wrong, don't just accept it. Contact the SSA and ask questions. You can also reach out to a local legal aid office or a benefits counselor. Many areas have free services that help people navigate Social Security issues. Step 5, tell your friends and family about this. I guarantee you know someone who could benefit from this information. Share this video with them because the more people who know about their rights, the better off we all are. Before we wrap up, let me tell you about a few mistakes I see people make all the time. Mistake 1, assuming the SSA will tell you if they owe you money. They won't. You have to be proactive and check. Mistake 2, not keeping records. Save all your correspondence with Social Security. Take notes when you call them, including the date, time, and name of who you spoke with. Mistake 3, giving up too easily. If they deny your appeal or tell you you're not eligible for something, ask for a written explanation. Sometimes frontline workers make mistakes too. Mistake 4, falling for scams. The SSA will never call you and demand immediate payment or threaten to suspend your benefits. If someone contacts you claiming to be from Social Security and asks for money or personal information, it's a scam. Hang up. Look, I know this stuff is complicated. No, it's frustrating, and I know that for many of you watching this, Social Security isn't just some government program. It's how you pay your rent, how you buy groceries, how you survive. The system isn't perfect. There are delays, there are errors. And there are millions of people who aren't getting what they're entitled to simply because they don't know to ask for it. That's why I make these videos. That's why I spend hours reading these reports and breaking them down into information you can actually use. If you got value from this video, please hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I post new videos every week about benefits, assistance programs, and ways to stretch your budget. And honestly, your support means the world to me. It tells me that this work matters, that helping people navigate these systems is worth doing. Check out the links in the description. I've included direct links to the SSA website, to benefit calculators, and to other resources that can help you. And if you have questions, drop them in the comments below. I tried to read every single one, and I often make follow-up videos based on what you ask me. Remember, you worked hard for these benefits. You paid into this system your entire working life. You deserve every dollar you're entitled to, and you deserve to understand how it all works. Don't let complicated paperwork or confusing rules stop you from getting what's yours. Stay informed, stay empowered, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care of yourselves out there.